Good afternoon everyone, here is the latest video update on Prapiroon, which is now a typhoon. On this Tuesday afternoon, we continue to watch the system intensify as it moves along the Philippine Sea. Still inside the Philippine area of responsibility, so it has the local name of Nina, given by Pag-asa. System is located approximately 1,030 kilometers east of the island of Luzon. Here in the Philippines are about 1,070 kilometers southeast of the island of Okinawa. Maximum sustained winds are now up to 120 kilometers per hour with gusts of up to 175 kilometers per hour. System has been moving very slowly to the west, currently at around 10 kilometers per hour or so. It has been upgraded both by JMA and JDWC and even by Pag-asa to a typhoon. We haven't seen an eye form just yet, although the system does look much more impressive and definitely much more organized compared to yesterday. See a very symmetrical look as well, and also central dense overcast continue to develop with strong convective activity, very cold cloud tops right over the center. As I said, we haven't seen an eye nor an eye wall form just yet. Fortunately, we don't have any recent microwave image that would shed light on what is really going on underneath this cloud canopy. For now, we are using the satellite estimates and also DIVROC analysis for the intensity forecast, but it does seem pretty strong and definitely much improved compared to yesterday, and will continue to intensify in the next few days. Given the very favorable conditions in this region, we have a well-developed anticyclone right overhead system providing weak wind shear and also enhancing that radial outflow, leading to a very symmetrical look. Actually, if you go back to that visible image, you can see a very symmetrical look overall from the system. And also we have a very warm sea surface temperatures along the Philippine Sea, slightly cooler as you go to the west due to the upwelling which was produced by Super Typhoon Sanba a few weeks back. Much of the sea surface temperatures near Okinawa haven't recovered yet, but overall the region is still conducive and will still support continued intensification for at least another 3 days. Now, in terms of the forecast track, the good news is that we're seeing a little bit more consensus now among the computer models and also on the forecast agencies. But before we go into the forecast tracks, take a look first at the steering factors here in the atmosphere. And again, we begin with this system Prapiroon moving westward under the influence of this subtropical ridge right over Japan. Another ridge is set up here in western Pacific. Our system continues to move westward, but is forecast to turn more to the north in the next 24 hours. As you can see, this weakness right over north of the system also being helped along by this trough that is now diving across eastern China that will help steer Prapiroon to the north in the next 24 hours. Now, in terms of the northward movement, the only question though is how long that system will keep moving to the north. Some computer models say that the system will continue moving north and then recurve northeastward away from Okinawa and away from Taiwan and the Philippines. Some computer models take Prapiroon to the north and turn it back to the west as the ridge rebuilds back in by the latter part of this week. But in terms of the overall consensus, we have seen great improvement. And if you look at the latest forecast track from the computer models, now showing this to turn north and then recurve to the northeast by at least Thursday, Friday, or even Saturday. We are still seeing this one model though, the Canadian model, this pink line, taking Prapiroon to the west, as you can see right over there. And even the European model, which is not shown here in this map, still taking Prapiroon very near Okinawa early next week. So while we are seeing a pretty good consensus in the next 3 days, there are still some disagreements in terms of the long-range forecasts for the system. But as for the Philippines and Taiwan, do have an increasing chance, increasing confidence of the system not really directly impacting this region. Now, in terms of the official forecasts from the agencies, we begin with Pag-asa, again showing you a track to the west-northwestward, eventually turn to the north, and again perhaps recurving by at least by Saturday or Friday or Saturday, away from the Eastern Asia, away from the Philippines. Joint Typhoon Warning Center also shifted their forecast to the east now, and also following the recurvature scenario to the northeast, away from any land whatsoever. But, as you can see, still have a very large forecast cone of uncertainty. So while they are not including Okinawa at this point, still shows how much uncertainty there is in the forecast track as we move into the weekend and early part of next week. Still there are still lots of factors to resolve, but again, the main thing here is that Joint Typhoon Warning Center has shifted their forecast. Now also, they are still expecting the system to intensify, perhaps peaking at Category 3 typhoon with winds up to 185 kilometers per hour sustained when going into Thursday and Friday, and will perhaps remain a strong typhoon as we move into the weekend as it moves northeastward. Finally, we have the Japan Meteorological Agency showing nearly the same thing here, forecasting a recurve to the northeast, but again, Japan Meteorological Agency also showing a very large cone of error, cone of uncertainty, probability circle is what they call it. So still lots of uncertainties among our forecast agencies, but again, the trend is that they have been shifting to the east, which is definitely good news for our viewers out here in Eastern Asia. So we end, take a quick look here at the weather across the Philippine Islands, and you can continue to see generally clear weather across much of Luzon. The low pressure area has dissipated east of the Visayas Islands last night. Still brought heavy rain showers though across parts of Bicol and even into central and eastern Visayas. Some stations reporting more than 50 millimeters over in the past 24 hours. There are still some rain showers actually still moving in across parts of Visayas at the moment, and even you scroll down into Mindanao, also showing that moisture and also that thunderstorms moving across the island, partly enhanced by the circulation of Nina or Prapiroon in the Philippine Sea. But overall, generally clear skies. Rains and thunderstorms are still possible, although not as widespread, not really as heavy. It concludes our video update for today. Do check out our website, also our blog, westernpacificweather.com, and also sa Gitna ng Bagyo for the latest updates on the system. Even though Prapiroon is still well offshore and isn't expected to impact any land whatsoever in the next few days, there is still lots of uncertainty, still lots of factors to really resolve by our computer models and also by satellite analysis. So we will continue to watch the developments of the system, and we will timely inform you if there's any significant changes in our forecast track. Stay safe, guys. Good day.